welcome to the Elements of Improv. I'm Andy.
I'm Karen.
And we are Defiant Monkey Improv. And we're here to bring you a series of short videos on different elements of improv. We're going to keep them short because we know attention span is short. So, today we're going to be talking about...
Whose Line?
The TV show?
No, the game.
Ah.
Did we say who we are?
Yes.
I'm Karen.
I'm still Andy.
Okay. Yes, Whose Line?
This is our first one.
Whose Line is not only the name of the show, but it's the name of the game. In case you didn't know it, the one where you get lines of dialogue from the audience and you randomly have to work them into your scene. Also known as blind line, which is how I learned it. And I also learned it, I learned it in a way that they play it on TV, which is also,
It's not the most effective way of doing it.
No, and that's the way I played it and always played it, but there is a more effective way to play this that helps your scenes more. It also feels more dangerous.
It does. Now,
but it's not. It's a lot more fun, actually.
It is. It's much more challenging and makes for better scenes.
Yeah.
So, what is the not most effective way of doing it?
Well, the way I learned it was you have the lines, and for ours they were scattered on the front. Sometimes you'll have them in your pockets, but you set it up. You set up your line by. There's some classic ones. Hey, look, there's a sign, and the sign says this. Oh, there's a book, and let me tell you what's in the book.
I'm waiting for the enlightenment that you promised in your brochure. When I read it, it said, how about just a nice big hug?
Yes, my
enlighten me.
My grandmother always told me, and here's this line of dialogue. Do you remember when we were getting married? We had this, our vows, and they said this.
He would take me here and show me the seedling that he planted, and carved in it was the a fortune that he was once told by Confucius himself.
Oh.
And it says in German, Achtung, Angedevung, Gefangenen, and Swedish. And definitely not Chinese, because it was translated many times. And if I was to translate it one more time, that says, I have some amazing news, but nobody to share it with. And that is this tree.
That felt so creepy now.
It did.
Now that we're so used to doing it the other way,
Yeah.
It felt super creepy.
Yeah.
So that is the way I learned it, is that you set up the line and then you provide the line. There's a couple things wrong with that. One is you kind of get into ruts. I witnessed a show where signs were read like 3 times.
The same sign.
The same sign, like, oh, look, under what it said before, it now also says this. I'm like, And then, you always are looking at a book. You're always reading a box of cereal. You're always...
remembering what someone told you.
Yeah, and it's a lot of times remembering in the past. And the better way to do it, and that's the way they do it on Whose Line, but the better way to do it is just to work in the sentence. Just say it straight out as a line of dialogue. Shuffling footsteps. And they're not us.
They're getting nearer. They're getting nearer. Let me help you with your baggage. Here.
Oh, thank you, sir. I brought everything I thought we'd need to go into the tomb.
Good. Taking a look at the old way of doing it with reading books or signs or whatever, one of the biggest problems with that method is that you end up either talking about events in the past, my grandma told me this, or you're talking about things that happen off screen. I read this sign or whatever. You're not advancing, you're not expanding the scene. You're just using a line and possibly getting a quick chuckle out of it, but you're not really building a good story-driven scene.
When you actually incorporate the line right then and there as your character is actually saying it, it becomes part of the scene, and much harder to ignore. Oh dear, Professor.
Yes.
This is the corridor with my great, maybe not that many, grandparents down it. Oh, Professor, it's actually not that big a deal.
Oh!
Because
Well.
I'm not really attached to my family that much, so if you have to stake an old relative of mine...
You won't hold it against me.
No.
Good.
I've been in scenes where you set it up, and it's like, remember when this? And you just kind of both go, over and over again, yeah. And then it's thrown away. It's almost thrown away. I like it better that you actually you have to use it, and then it has to become part of it. Because I've been in the audience of a show where I had a really great line, and it got picked, and I was so excited, and they said it and ignored it, and I'm like, oh, that's so disappointing.
Yeah. Don't disappoint your audience.
Nope.
Don't. And that will do it.
Yeah.
Faster than anything. Other than sucking.
You know what I realized?
What?
I don't know what to do with my hands. Here.
Tell us what you think. So.
Yes, please. We're doing a series of these. We wrote down all kinds of topics that we thought we wanted to talk about. Mostly like this one because I learned a better way, and it's kind of a pet peeve of mine that they still play it the old way on Whose Line. They set it up, so that bugs me, especially since it's their namesake game. And we have a few other topics that we wanted to talk about.
We have a lot of other topics we want to talk about.
Mostly having to do with increasing your quality and story in improv. And
we're looking to
tips.
help you take your improv to the next level.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Because we wrote a book
Yeah.
that we will promote every single time
we will.
we're
You
here.
will get sick and tired of it until you buy one. It's the 5 elements of improv. How to take your improv to the next level. It's chock full of words. Give me that book. There, just with your hands. We also have another one that's going to be coming out in the near future called The 1 Minute Improviser. Now, this book here is aimed mainly at people who have some improv experience already, although beginners can get a lot out of it still. You can even get a lot out of it if you don't do improv and you're an actor or something like that. The 1 Minute Improviser is going to be designed mainly for beginning improvisers, although experienced improvisers can still get a lot out of it. Keep an eye out for it.
So if you have suggestions for things you want to see, definitely tell us in the bottom, and maybe we'll edit this so it's shorter.
Yes. So we need to know, what are your pet peeves about improv? What games do you play that you have tips for? Put those tips down in the comments. If we like them, we may use them in one of our videos.
We may just use them.
Yeah.
If you got good tips.
Yeah.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Yes. Please, the typical thing, like, subscribe, and
People do this a lot.
yeah.
Like, subscribe, comment.
And we will be putting up a Patreon as well, so support us over on Patreon as well, because we're in the middle of a self-quarantine coronavirus emergency, and all our venues have shut down, so we have no income.
I imagine if you're watching this, maybe you too.
Yeah. Well,
which is what spurred us
to do all this.
to do this.
Yes, so stay safe, stay healthy, and be well.
Have fun
And
improvising.
Yes, happy improvising, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. I'm Andy.
I'm Karen.
And we are Defiant Monkey Improv. Bye.